And the bastards have been wilding out ever
sucks.
since. Oh, and they can fly.
Oh,
swallowing.
No, nope. Hey everyone, it is Mel the Scientist. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be looking at Your Childhood is a Lie. This is a 2-year-old video by Geographic. Y'all know I do watch his videos, but I wanted to take a look at some older ones, and I will be taking a look at some older ones that I didn't get to catch. And I just want to see how much of my childhood is a lie. I've already been spoiled / ruined by a lot of things. But when it comes to animal facts and animal things, I have no clue. So let's jump in and see what was false my entire life.
Funny thing about that. The sound of the... Yeah, funny thing about that.
Most lions you hear in the movies are tigers. You can't just go past that.
The sound... Yeah, funny thing about that.
I can see that.
The sound of the lion in the MGM logo was actually the roar of a tiger. And it's because tigers were seen to have a louder, more intimidating roar, where lions had more of an aggressive, low-frequency cough. I'm not even kidding. YouTube it. YouTube lion versus tiger roar. A lion will make you defecate bricks, but a tiger will make you your soul. You know the majestic, shrieking call of the bald eagle in the beginning of literally every Western movie?
Yep.
Well, it was never a bald eagle making that sound.
What?
That famous cry was actually a red-tailed hawk. It's because the symbol of America just sounds like a seagull with laryngitis. Go ahead, YouTube it. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, that's
The bald
so...
eagle takes credit for something that was never his in the first place.
Yeah.
That is the bird we put
so
on our
rude.
flag. Some jokes just write themselves. Remember?
What? Oh my god, I was just gonna say that. I was like, so you literally just like played your own self. Like, you look stupid.
Dolphin sound from SpongeBob? Well, you were lied to, because it was never a dolphin. It was really a sped up edited call of this Australian bird called a kookaburra, or however you pronounce it.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
Oh, it is.
Also, if you're old enough to remember this show, first of all, God bless you. And second, the dolphin call in this show was also a modified kookaburra. Okay, one more. Mufasa's roar was actually made by using a combination of a tiger, an F-16 fighter jet, and a really pissed off grizzly bear. It's called Lion King for a reason.
The F that bug.
Lion King as in Lion King. Got you.
Well, it was only a matter of time. That is
Also,
a
what
species.
the F is this?
It's called Lion King for a reason.
Like,
The F that bug.
ew. Oh.
It was only a matter of time. That is a species of longhorn beetle. There's like 35,000 types.
That's a
of whatever the
beetle?
hell this is. But this comment says it's a chirping longhorn, so I'm gonna just go with that. Longhorn beetles are famous for two things. Number one, they do not like to be touched, which is why they usually sound like Satan's
Me
plummet.
neither.
And number two, they're incredibly dangerous. But not to us. Because these beetles are one of the biggest ops a tree can have. Since their larvae feed on
they look
plant
like
tissue,
that.
they often destroy trees from the inside. Adult longhorns will actually girdle the tree branches to turn it into a nursery for their children. Which is why the Asian longhorn beetle is one of the worst invasive species in America, since their kids end up killing more wood than erectile dysfunction. In the United States, this longhorn hellspawn is a threat to a third of the urban tree species, which ends up costing us, get this, over $600 billion in damage. You might be wondering how something so destructive even ended up here in the first place. That's easy. Us. We basically Ubered them here. They were accidentally introduced to the US and Canada in 1996 through woodpacking material shipped from Asia. And the bastards have been wilding out ever
sucks.
since. Oh, and they can fly.
Swallowing.
Nope. We already have flying roaches. We did not need flying beetles. I should have known something like that would exist. God, what is wrong with you?
Rabbit hole.
Seagulls are the feathery antichrist, and I'm prepared to make it your problem. First, we gotta acknowledge the fact that a seagull's diet plan is really just anything that fits down their garbage chute of a throat. This includes rabbits, other birds like pigeons, starlings, and baby ducks. Some British seagulls have even started
And they're like almost killing themselves eating this thing. Like,
their own chicks by swallowing their children whole. And some have even gone as far as to start attacking and murking sheep. Yes, sheep. There's also the minor fact that seagulls have started seeking out baby fur seals just so they could rip their eyeballs out and eat them. And after effectively blinding the newborn seal, the seagull...
See, seagulls are actually like a menace. Seagulls have always been a menace. I don't think that's ever been a secret.
proceed to eat it alive, often starting with the most sensitive spots. These air bunnies will even rip the blubber off the backs of baby southern right whales when they surface, and they've even started harassing beach porpoises. Yes, they even with whales. And somehow, that's not the worst part. I'm not kidding when I say this flying housebound will legit put anything on the list. Because seagulls in the UK have even started snatching up people's dogs. In 2015, a Yorkie had to be put out of his misery after getting jumped by a gang of gulls, leaving him basically crippled. In 2019, a Chihuahua named Gizmo was kidnapped by a rogue gull and carried off to where his owners couldn't see him. I don't think they ever found him.
This is exactly why I'm getting a Rottweiler or just a big dog. I don't... No offense to people with small dogs, but like as a woman in a metropolitan area, I need something that can help me.
In 2015, another Chihuahua named Bella made the mistake of sneaking outside through an open door.
What is that going to do
That
for
movie
me?
ended with Bella getting turned into past tense after a flock of gulls basically pecked her to pieces. Seagulls are just Hannibal Lecters with feathers and frequent flyer miles. Oh, and they've murked people too.
Oh my god, what the hell is this?
Okay, 3 things. Yes, it's real, it's a Gharial, and it's related to crocodiles and alligators, and before
Did you see that mouth?
you judge him, look at this picture. This is a male Gharial giving about 100 of his babies a piggyback ride the way only a man truly crippled by child support can. If you've never seen this Jurassic reject before, it's because out of the entire crocodilian
that
family,
mouth!
which also includes alligators and caiman, the Gharial is by far the most limited edition. There's only about 600 to 700 of these guys left, and in the wild you can only find them in India and Nepal. Which is high-key messed up because Gharials eat mostly fish, meaning they've never turned a human into a pack. I mean, they do sometimes eat the corpses of people left in the Ganges River,
Look at
but
his mouth!
they're already dead and no one else is gonna eat them, so it'd be like that. The reason this LSD water gecko's endangered is because people destroy their homes, poison their water with metals, and hunt them to make penis-enlarging pills or something like that. They don't work, by the way. Also, the reason they have that nose job is because they evolved to hunt fish underwater, and that nose lets them swim with no resistance.
Yeah, that,
Makes
I mean, fair enough, but like, wow, I can't believe, this is the first time I've ever seen that.
Small birds, and yeah, they swallow their prey whole. Which is why they'll also swallow stones to help with digestion and to help keep them underwater without constantly floating up. Also, I can't tell you what they're on, but whatever it is, it looks life-changing. The type that makes you smell, color, and taste music. Rhinos are one of the most aggressive animals in Africa, but that's only because they're basically legally blind and can't tell the difference between an actual predator and a butterfly, so they just charge at anything that moves. And fun fact, you don't even have to be alive to get the smoke, because apparently anything also includes cars, because rhinos are just tanks with mood swings. But in zoos without the threat of predators, ask anyone who's ever worked with them and they'll tell you rhinos are really just the world's heaviest lapdog. That wasn't even really a joke. Rhinos in captivity behave just like armor-plated puppies. Some rhinos will even come running when you call their name, and most of them will roll over just so you can scratch their belly. They're the biggest land animal on the planet that isn't an elephant, yet a black rhino could actually beat Usain Bolt in a race. With a top speed of 35 miles per hour, a rhino could sprint fast enough to get a ticket in a school zone. Rhinos have sensitive skin and really sensitive feet, so they walk, jog, and run all on their toes. A rhino's closest relative isn't an elephant or a hippo. It's actually closest related to the horse, and this weird looking dude from Ice Age called a tapir. This picture went viral because people believe that they were dyeing the rhino's horn pink to prevent it from getting murked by poachers. But this picture, it's fake. What they actually started doing is poisoning the horn in a way that doesn't hurt the rhino, but anyone that tries to cut into it will probably end up in the hospital. We have some time left, so here's what it looks like when a rhino gets
Oh,
diseased.
so it wasn't Photoshop? Wow.
Actually, you might be onto something. Okay, so fun fact, a rhino's closest relative is the horse. We all know that? Okay, good. Oh, and weirdly enough, zebras too. So rhinos are basically tanky horned horses. Now this unit is Elasmotherium, but because of that huge thick horn growing out of its forehead, streets call it the Siberian unicorn. They were around about 40,000 years ago, and just like rhinos, that horn was made out of keratin. AKA the same stuff found in your hair and fingernails.
Yes.
This PED pony could have grown to 15 feet in length and violated the scales at a minor 10,000 pounds. Also, Elasmotherium was about 6'8". At the shoulders.
Jeez.
That is a whole ass of brawn.
Shoulders.
This walking tank was the last surviving member of Elasmotherinae. And Elasmotherinae was basically a family of prehistoric rhinoceroses that got vaulted for plot development reasons. Which means the animal today most closely related to this land before time tank-sized unicorn is, yeah, the rhino. So technically rhinos are just modern day legally blind Weight Watchers unicorns. Well, actually bicorns,
Weight
because most
Watchers?
actually. Unicorns are alive, but if this one pulls up, you won't be.
What's a
You
hill
sure
that
won't.
you're willing to die on 1,000% of the time?
Zebras are black with white stripes, and nobody ever believes me when I say it. I already know what you're gonna say before you say it, but hear me out. Their stomachs might be white, but that's just their fur. If you shave a zebra completely, their skin will be black. And if you think I'm lying, one of the only parts of a zebra without fur is its snout, and it's black enough to get a pass. But if you really want me to be a nerd about it, zebra fur grows from follicles that have melanocyte cells, which gives them their color. But the white part of a zebra's fur is where the melanocytes are deactivating, meaning it's only white because there aren't any pigments. Which means a zebra's default color is actually black. Which means this biracial donkey, which is
so we've
joke,
answered the question.
Zebras are closer to wild donkeys than actual horses, just saying.
If only
the
I
Oreo
2 years
donkey's
ago.
actually black, but with white stripes. But honestly, I didn't even need to make this video. This one was voiced by Chris Rock. That's literally all the proof I need. I know it's a small
I was about to say, I was like, Marty's journey, we've been on this for a long time. We've been trying to figure this out for a while.
But I'll still die on it. I already made a video about this, but I feel like this is the best way to explain it. So imagine, right, you walk into work and you realize you somehow forgot your phone charger. You wouldn't just turn the phone off because then you couldn't use it and people wouldn't be able to call you. So instead you go on power save mode to reduce how much battery you use until you can get back to your charger.
Which I hate.
That is high key what hibernation is. It's power save mode for animals to get through times where there's less food and therefore less energy around. It's not sleep though, because anything that can sleep for 3 months straight probably isn't waking back up.
Right?
And the animal version of power save mode is torpor. To save energy, an animal in torpor will lower their body temperature, heart rate, and metabolism to the bare minimum needed to survive. Speaking of bare minimum, bears don't actually hibernate. Now, like for real, hibernation is basically a long-term, deeper version of torpor. An animal that's a true hibernator, like a chipmunk or something, will stay in power save mode for almost the entire winter. When a bear goes into torpor, it lasts shorter periods of time. Which means bears actually go in and out of torpor, which is why some bears will walk around their den in the middle of the winter when everybody thinks they're hibernating.
Imagine
but
seeing that pop out the snow.
the big difference you need to remember is that bears can respond faster to danger than an animal that's full-on hibernating. Which means if you mess with a bear thinking it won't wake up, Smokey will have the energy and the motivation to up your way of life. And then you won't be able to wake up.
But why
this
would
cuttlefish is wearing 3D glasses, but it's for science. Cuttlefish hunt by extending and shooting out their tentacles to grab and trap their prey. So to see how the cuttlefish sees, scientists velcroed a pair of 3D glasses between their eyes. And just for the record, they velcroed them because the cuttlefish kept getting annoyed and snatching them off, and something about that mental image makes them smile on the inside. With glasses taped to them, we found out that cuttlefish actually see the world a lot like we do.
Why would you do that?
When you reach for something like your phone, you use both eyes to figure out exactly how far the object is and how far you have to reach. This is called stereopsis. And it turns out cuttlefish use depth perception too. Because when the cuttlefish wore the 3D glasses and watched film clips, they would react the same way they would if they saw prey in the water, by using 3D vision to judge the distance and snatch the glasses
off, bro.
And we know this because when one of the lenses was blacked out and they could only see out one eye, it took the cuttlefish a little longer to figure out just where exactly the food was. So yeah, cuttlefish use depth perception just like you and me. And if you don't care about that at all, let's just appreciate the fact that some guy went through years of school and student loans just to end up getting paid to put glasses on an octopus. And that just makes me happy in a way I don't totally understand.
I think the thing I'm most gagged about is the eagle not being the eagle. Like, it's literally America's symbol. And we haven't even been properly, like, shown the actual nature of its cry. Like, that's crazy. But honestly, like, oh, we can put so many, like, analogies with America itself in that. But we're going, that's just going through a whole nother... That's a whole nother can of worms that we don't need to open. My childhood was not as ruined as I thought it would be, but yeah, the eagle, that definitely took me out. I was like, what? And then also knowing that the tiger was actually the voice behind the MGM lion, so that sucks. Also, when I play Alien Isolation, I kind of noticed that the alien, the sound that it makes when it drops down the vent, the sound that it makes kind of is similar to this time that I heard a tiger. And I was like, did they take a tiger sound, probably mixed with some other type of sound, and make that the alien noise? Because the tiger roar is like, or a tiger growl is very intimidating. Like, every time I hear the alien drop down from the vent, it makes your blood coil. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this older casual geographic video with me. Please subscribe if you would like to see more content. Ring the bell for notifications. Not ring the bell, push the notification bell. Also, get my channel to 2,000 subscribers if I haven't already. I'm just saying this because I filmed a lot of videos today, and at this point in time I do not have 2,000 subscribers. So if you could help out by pressing subscribe, that would help a lot. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.